it's Nadia Valentine, and I decided to make this video because lately I've been feeling really unhappy with my life, and that's perfectly okay because now I get to make a video on positive affirmations, and I hope this video can help someone as much as it helps me. So yeah. Affirmation number 1, be kind to yourself. The way that you talk to yourself, would you be talking to someone else like that? Someone who's going through the same circumstances as you, would you be talking to them like that? Of course you wouldn't. And if you would talk to them like that, then maybe you should rethink the way that you talk to other people, because it's not doing you any favors to yourself the way that you talk to yourself, knocking yourself down when you're already being knocked down by life. So stop doing that to yourself. Stop it. Stop it. Talk to yourself better. Be kind to yourself. And for the people who don't know who don't know how to talk to themselves better, I like to think about it like a mother would talk to their children. So think of yourself as kind of talking to your inner child. How would you talk to them? So be there for yourself, like emotionally, verbally, even physically. If you're feeling down and you're feeling unhappy, you know, talk to yourself like you would, like a mother would to a child. You know, be there for yourself emotionally. And if you have to take a hot bath or make yourself a nice hot meal, or, you know, do that. Mother yourself. Okay. Number 2, be realistic with yourself. It's really easy to be unrealistic with life, especially when you have really high expectations on yourself, or if you want to manifest something in your life and things aren't happening as quickly as you want them to. It's really easy to feel discouraged, and it's really easy to put yourself down just because things aren't going the way you want them to. The thing about manifestations is that you shouldn't question. The thing about manifestation is that you shouldn't question how you're going to achieve your dreams. You just know that it's going to happen, and it's there in reality, and it's coming towards you, and you just need to work towards it and be patient with yourself. Don't question how it's going to happen, you know. And sometimes we put expectations on ourselves on how our manifestations are going to come to us, and in reality you shouldn't do that. Because you're actually blocking yourself from your manifestations. Just know that it's going to happen, and you know, be realistic with yourself on your circumstances and what your environment is like right now, because if you're not realistic with yourself, you're just going to make yourself feel really miserable. One good example is that I'm really unsatisfied with my job right now. I'm trying to look for a second job, just because the current job I'm working right now, it pays me enough money, but it doesn't give me enough hours, and I need more hours. Sorry, I'm just being really goofy. But one example of me being unrealistic is that I've been looking for a job right now. I've been looking for a second job. One example of me being unrealistic with myself is that I'm currently looking for a new job. My current job, I'm unhappy with my current job, and so I've been looking for a new job. And I put job applications every single day. I go to job interviews at least 4 times a week, and it's really disheartening when employers don't want you, you know. And sometimes I ask myself, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with the way that, like, what's just in general, like, what's wrong with me that employers don't want me? Is my resume not good enough? Which it is. My resume is good enough. It's just the fact that we're currently living in a shitty job market right now. Things are really dry for everyone, and everyone's scrambling right now to look for work. And it's not just me. I'm not the only one going through it right now. And that's something that I need to remind myself, is that I need to be realistic with the job market and how it's looking right now, and just know that I'm not the only one going through it. And in doing so, you know, it actually feels good knowing that I'm not fully in control of my environment. So that's number 3, be realistic with yourself. Number 4, know that things will change. Know that nothing will last forever. Just like the good times aren't meant to last forever, the bad times aren't gonna last forever either. And the best example that I like to use is what you were like 5 years ago. 5 years ago, you were living in a different home. 5 years ago, you were doing a completely different job. 5 years ago, you were in a completely different relationship. You know, that might have sucked, or maybe your relationship back then was different. You were a completely different person 5 years ago, and you've changed as a person. You've changed for the better. You're a better person. You're a better version of yourself compared to who you were 5 years ago. And what's to say what you're going to be like in 5 years? You're going to be completely different from where you are now. And just because things don't seem or they don't look like they're changing right now, it doesn't mean that they aren't changing. It is. It's just happening really slowly. But yeah, so just know that whatever you're living through right now isn't going to last forever, and it's okay. Um, Number 4 or number 5, I have no idea. I just lost count. But I'm just gonna call it number 4. Stop comparing yourself to people. Comparing yourself to people is the biggest thief of joy in life. Um, and you know, it's really easy to find people who have more than you do. It's really easy to see that other people are living a better life than you are and they're doing way less than you are. And focusing on those people doesn't do you any favors at all. Because it's just gonna make you feel miserable, and it's gonna make you feel like, well, what's wrong with me? Why aren't things going the way I want them to in my life? Why can't I have that if I'm doing way more? And that is the biggest thief of joy in life, because it's not doing you any favors. It's just making you feel really miserable. And honestly, there's probably someone out there in the world comparing themselves to you. So they're probably wanting what you have in life right now, and you don't even know it. And that's really sad. So stop comparing yourself to other people. Focus on yourself and focus on the things that you do have in your life. There's always going to be things in your life that you're lacking. And if you focus on the empty things all the time, you're not going to pay attention to the things that you do have in your life. You know, it's kind of like looking at a cup that's half empty. If you're constantly thinking about how empty the cup is, that's all you're going to think and feel is the emptiness. But if you focus on how full it is, you're going to feel full, and you're going to feel like you have something. And you should pay attention to the things that you do have in your life. If you have the ability to breathe, if you have the ability to walk, if you have the ability to run, if you know how to drive a car, if you know how to play the guitar, if you know how to ride a motorcycle, if you know how to do makeup, if you know how to play video games, if you know how to make jewelry, anything, you know, these are things that you should be grateful for, because there's a lot of people out there in the world that don't have these things. I used to be homeless. I used to sleep in a car, and I also used to sleep on a couch, and now I have a roof over my head. That's something that I'm grateful for right now in my life. And you know, you should be grateful for the small things that you have in your life and the big things. You know, we just don't pay attention to these things because it's really easy to focus on the things that we don't have. But yeah. And then number 5, it's okay if you feel like, if you don't feel happy with yourself right now. Sometimes you just have to accept that feeling. And, you know, I feel like that's actually a good feeling to have, because it just means that you want things to change in your life. And it just means that you're meant to grow as a person. You're meant to have more in your life. You're meant to have, you know, something different in your life. You're meant to have better things. And the fact that you feel this way is a sign that you're wanting to change and you're wanting to have growth in your life. And that's a feeling that not a lot of people, you know, have, which is really sad. There's a lot of people that are completely fine living the way they live for eternity, and they don't do anything to change their environment. And the fact that you want to change and you want things to be different in your life is a good thing. because that means that you're growing as a person, and that will push you and motivate you to change and grow as a person and do more. So it's a good thing that you're feeling unhappy right now in life, because it'll push you and sorry, I have anxiety when I'm on camera, so but yeah, it's a good thing. Anyways, those are my 5 affirmations, or 6. I totally lost count. Anyways, that's my video for today. If you like this video, please like my video and subscribe and comment. It really helps engage. I'm hoping to post more videos down the line. I kind of don't know what I'm posting right now. I'm kind of just posting whatever, but I'm sure I'll figure it out the more I post on here. So yeah, goodbye.